Hey guys, and I'm back to another video of Pokemon, and in today's video I'll be talking about Arceus versus Rayquaza. Yes, Arceus and Rayquaza is one of the strongest Pokemon, and if their battle occurs, their battle would be very devastating, very dominative, and will last for a very long time. For this reason I have decided to make this video. So this video will be very informative, so continue to see the video. But first thing first, if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you see more videos like this type, hit the subscribe button, open the bell notification. Also this video will be very entertaining, so share this video to others so they can know who is the strongest Pokemon, Arceus or Rayquaza. And finally, let's begin. If you have seen my previous two videos about the versus Thor versus Captain Marvel, there you have seen that I have considered 13 factors to decide that who will be more dominative and destructive in the battle. So accordingly we will choose who will be more dominative and destructive in the battle of Arceus and Rayquaza. So let's begin with the 13 points at first. The 13 points to decide who will be more dominative and destructive in the battle are attack, defense, speed, intelligence, agility, durability, power, strength, heal, experience, arena, alertness, and counter. These were for the Marvel videos, but since this is Pokemon, we will add another point, and that is type advantage. Yes, type advantage is also included here for the Pokemons. So now let me explain all this point. Attack means you all can understand whose attack is more, similarly goes to defense and speed. Intelligence, who has used more intelligence by this time. Agility means who can attack more fast from different places. Durability means who is more durable in the battle. Power means whose powers and mighty powers are more. Strength means who can battle for longer. Heal means who can get healed quickly after receiving damage. Experience means who has more battle experience. Arena means how much arena advantage does a Pokemon have. Alertness means how much alert a Pokemon is, and encounter means how much moves a Pokemon encounter. So by these 13 points we'll decide who will be more dominative and destructive in the battle. After these 13 points we'll consider the battle experience, because Arceus and Rayquaza are very strong Pokemon and their battle could reverse anytime. For this reason we have to consider the battle conditions. So let's begin. So let's come to the attack first, and I don't need to explain whose attack is more. Of course the attack of Rayquaza is way much better than Arceus. You know Rayquaza's Dragonation, the explosion of Dragonation was at least 1000 times larger than Rayquaza. For this reason the power of attack goes to Rayquaza. Now let's come to the defense. Yes, the defense of Arceus is way much better than Rayquaza because the shield created by the stone players is very strong, very hard, and it destroyed a meteor. Though the shield was destroyed, but it was destroyed after destroying the meteor. For this reason the shield is, we can say that, stronger than meteor, as well as it's stronger than the defense of Rayquaza. Now let's come to the point number 3, and that is speed, and I don't need to explain whose speed is more. Yes, the Rayquaza's speed is way much better than Arceus. I know that Arceus dodged the Shadow Force of the Giratina, but that was not speed, that was actually alertness, and Arceus was in rage, and that's why he was more alert at that time. But the speed credit goes to Rayquaza, because you know the Dragonation moves. Rayquaza's signature attack is Dragonation, and he flies very fast to give the attack name Dragonation, and this Dragonation makes him one of the most powerful Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. But not only this, Dragonation doesn't shows us only the attacks of Rayquaza but also the speed of Rayquaza. You know, between the battle of the Kalos region, Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre versus the Mega Rayquaza, how much fast Rayquaza was moving to give the Dragonation. For this reason, Rayquaza's speed is way much more than Arceus. And yeah, apologies for not mentioning the name of Dragonation in the number 1 point, and that is the attack. Now our next point is intelligence, and as far I know it will be a draw because the intelligence of Arceus and Rayquaza actually is not shown properly in the main anime. The only thing I know is Mewtwo is the most intelligent Pokemon of all time. Mewtwo is also a good trainer as well as very intelligent trainer. He can beat many other trainers in case of intelligent, but not only this, intelligent can work only in case of trainers Pokemon and in humans only. And yeah, in case of Mewtwo, intelligence will also work, but I don't think intelligent will work in the Arceus and Rayquaza's battle. So the next point is agility, and I guess the agility of Rayquaza is much better than Rayquaza because you have seen the Primal Kyogre versus Primal Groudon versus Rayquaza. There Rayquaza is attacking from different places at different times. Some devastating moves such as Hyper Beams, then Draco Meteor, and like this. The Dragonation was another thing because it was a type of move for which a Pokemon need to go very straight from very far. For this reason Dragonation would not be count, but if you saw the other attacks like the Hyper Beam, Draco Meteor, those were very devastating, as well as the agility was also seen of Rayquaza's. But I don't think Arceus agility can beat the Rayquaza's agility. Now it's the time for durability, and here I'm not doing any partiality, but here also the point will go to Rayquaza because the durability of Rayquaza is not only greater than Arceus but greater than all other Pokemon in the world, because managing 6 specified blades of Primal Groudon, the strongest ground type moves, needs a lot of durability. Not only these, also the attacks of Primal Kyogre as well as the other attacks of Primal Groudon needs a lot of durability. But if you see the end of the battle, not even a 5% HP of Rayquaza was gone. It was seen that Rayquaza was 100% healthy, 100% okay. For this reason, the durability point of Rayquaza is applicable. Not only this, if you have seen the Pokemon movie Arceus and the Jewel of Life, here Arceus was knocked out by a single shockwave and a little explosion of shockwave. You may have thought that there are hundreds of Pokemon, but actually there are not hundreds. There are not only 45, there are 44 Pokemon actually. But out of those Pokemon, some Pokemon doesn't know even shockwave attack. That was a little mistake. Again, some Pokemon were physical attackers. Again, some Pokemons are only special in their supersonic attack, and some other Pokemons couldn't, what will I say, they're very weak and their anime powers is very low. So the shockwave explosion that you have seen was not big at all, and Arceus was knocked out by that little shockwave explosion. Yes, if you don't trust me about the power of the attack of the shockwave, then you can see the explosion. The explosion was very little and Arceus was knocked out. For this reason, the durability of Arceus is not as strong as the durability of Rayquaza. Now the next point comes to the power, and here Arceus will win this point without any doubt, because the power of Arceus is out of imagination. The space-time distortion created in the M10 that was unstoppable, almost unstoppable, that was stopped by Dialga Palkia, the owner of the space and time. But the space-time distortion was created by Arceus, and it was clearly seen in the M12 because Deimos betrayed Arceus. Actually, no, Deimos didn't betray Arceus. Arceus thought that Deimos betrayed him, and as a result he was very raged, angry, and created the space-time distortion. Creating a space-time distortion which is nearly unstoppable, it requires a lot of powers. Yes, I know that Rayquaza is the owner of atmosphere, but the thing is, atmospheric power cannot match the power of space-time distortion, and you may understand if you've seen the M10, the Rise of Darkrai. So the next point is strength. Some of you may think that the strength of Rayquaza should not be greater than Arceus, but should be greater than all the Pokemons in the Pokemon world, as it flies endlessly in the atmosphere. But it is not that thing. In the battle, if we see, the strength of Rayquaza is not as strong as we see in the Battle of the Kalos episode, Primal Groudon versus Primal Kyogre versus Mega Rayquaza. There he had a lot of strength because it seemed that he has 100% HP after battling with them. But Arceus is not as weak as Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. Arceus is one of the strongest Pokemon in the world. He comes to the top 5 category list, and battling with Arceus requires a lot of strength. It actually requires a lot of strength, and while battling, the strength of Rayquaza is not so high, and you have seen in the M7 the Destiny Deoxys. Now let's come to the strength of Arceus. Yes, the Arceus strength is not only greater than Rayquaza but greater than all other Pokemons. The question is how. If you have seen the M12 Arceus and the Jewel of Light, there is a scene that humiliates Arceus but also make Arceus one of the strongest Pokemon. That is the Battle of the Creation Trio, Arceus versus Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. If you have seen, the battle continued for 45 to 1 hour, but that was actually the movie time. But if you have noticed carefully, the battle started at morning and ended at the evening. It means Arceus may have took morning to evening to beat his own creations, but Arceus fought for morning to evening without being tired. Yes, if you have seen the last part of the movie, Arceus was 100% okay. When I noticed this, I was like, wow, because I didn't know that Arceus has a lot of strength. Arceus can fight from morning to evening, and that makes him the most powerful Pokemon in regard of strength in the Pokemon world. So by this way, we can say that the strength of Arceus is more than the strength of Rayquaza. Now let's move to the next point. So our next point is heal, and like this strength, the healing power also goes to the Arceus, because the same example, Arceus fought from morning to evening and he may have taken a lot of damage, but he has also healed. Actually, this is because of the stone plates. The stone plates has the power to give anyone unlimited strength as well as the unlimited healing power. For this reason, the healing power and the strength of Arceus is better than any other Pokemon. Now comes the point of alertness. As I have mentioned in many other videos, many other versus videos actually, that alertness is a very important point because it depends on the alertness how much moves the Pokemon will get, and the alertness of Arceus is way much better than Rayquaza. If you have seen the battle of the creation trios, Arceus dodged the shadow force of Giratina. You all know that Giratina is the strongest ghost type Pokemon. The shadow force is the strongest ghost type move, and the ghost type Pokemon's speciality is attacking from behind. Now think, the strongest ghost type Pokemon, the strongest ghost type attack, and attacking from behind. Arceus dodged that type of attack, which makes the most alert Pokemon of all time in the Pokemon anime till now. For this reason, the alertness of Arceus is better than Rayquaza. Now it is the time of experience and arena. Well, according to my opinion, the point of experience will go to Rayquaza because we have seen Arceus fighting only one battle, and that is the battle of the creation trio. In Hoopa and the Clash of Ages, Arceus didn't fought any battle, but in the battle we have seen Rayquaza to be more dominative in the Primal Kyogre versus Primal Groudon, and in the battle of Deoxys versus Rayquaza. Rayquaza has fought more battle than Arceus, so we can say that Rayquaza has more experience. Same thing goes to the arena. Rayquaza has fought more battles in more arenas, but Arceus didn't, according to the anime till now. For this reason, the power of and the point of arena will go to the Rayquaza. The next point is encountering moves, and I don't need to explain who encounter more moves. The multi-type ability of Arceus is the best ability, as well as it helps to encounter more moves. Not only this, the multi-type ability as well as the Stone Blades helps Arceus to get immune from lot of attacks and to get 50% damage from lot of attacks, and this reason Arceus can encounter a lot of moves. But Rayquaza didn't encounter a lot of moves like Arceus till now in the Pokemon anime. For this reason, the power of encounter moves goes to the Arceus. Now the next point of our today's video is type advantage, and in the type advantage, of course, Arceus will get the point because Arceus has the multi-type ability. So Arceus has all the types in the world for which he can get 50% damage from all the attacks. Not all the attacks actually, in some attacks he can get immune too. And the Rayquaza is the dragon type Pokemon, and he has a Fairy type blade which makes all the dragon type attacks, especially the Draco Meteor and Dragon Pulse, not effective, which is very good for the Arceus. Well, this was not the final point. There is another point that I forgot to mention, and that is the ability, and I don't need to explain whose ability is good. Previously I mentioned that the multi-type ability which belongs to Arceus is the best ability, though multi-type ability can be stopped by Black Kyurem, White Kyurem, Reshiram and Zekrom, and those four Pokemon's ability are to stop another's ability, but still the multi-type ability is the best ability in the Pokemon world because Delta Stream cannot match the multi-type ability. Well, Delta Stream causes a huge wind flow, but that actually cannot match the multi-type ability. The power of multi-type ability is at another level. Not only this, the Stone Players also helps to get healed up and gives a lot of strength to fight. For this reason, multi-type is best. Well, after considering all these points and avoiding the draws, we can see that Rayquaza has 5 points and Arceus has 6 points, but only if we avoid the draws. If we include the draws, then Arceus is 1 point lead than Rayquaza. For this reason, we can say that in the battle of Arceus and Rayquaza, Arceus will be more dominative and destructive in the battle. Well, previously I said that I will also today explain the battle conditions, but the video has become very long. For this reason, I won't be able to explain the battle conditions. But if we include the battle conditions, then the battle will be very interesting and very entertaining. So as the video is very long, I will explain the battle conditions in the next part of this video, means the next week. So this is the end of our video. If you like the video, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe the channel, open the bell notification to get the notification of the next part of this video, because the next part will be very interesting. Also, this video is very informative, so share this video to others, and finally, thanks for watching.